eat right. I exercise. I take good care of myself. I'm in optimal health. I drink filtered water. I do everything that you need to do to take care of yourself. But I was reading about how 37 million people in this country are infested with parasites and how they can cause long-term illness, chronic diseases, blindness, just horrible long-term chronic issues. And I was thinking, I have a history of eating sushi. Maybe I should do this parasite cleanse. So I did it. Oh my God, am I glad I did. I cannot believe that when I looked in the toilet bowl, I saw a long parasite worm, and I looked it up, and yes, indeed, it is what they show online, is one of the many human parasites that infest this population. You don't need to be poor. You don't need to live in an undeveloped country. All you need to do is have a pet. Maybe you eat sushi like I used to. Maybe you are swimming in lakes or walking in the grass barefoot, or you go to a public bathroom and touch a door handle. These are all reasons why people get parasites, and they are nature's thieves. They enter our gut and stay there unless you do something to get rid of them, and they cause digestive disorders and create havoc. So all I can say is I'm admitting I had a parasite, and I am happy it is gone, and I feel better. You know, I plan to live a long, healthy life, and I'm going to do every single thing to take care of myself.
I wanted to thank everybody for attending this webinar with me, Jan Bloom, and I am hosting Dr. Beauty Sway. She is an internal medicine physician based out of Pasadena, California, who I've had the pleasure of working with for many years. Dr. Sway has a dramatically impressive, huge practice where people will follow her to all ends of the earth because of the kind of person she is, the most incredible doctor that she is, and her various passions in medicine. And one of them happens to be gut health. And that's why she's chosen this as her topic this evening, for you to learn about the importance of cleansing your system, options that are available to you, and elements of your own gut that you probably didn't know about that I think you're going to find very interesting. So with no further ado, I'd like to introduce Dr. Beauty Sway, and then we'll go ahead and get started.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me in one of the most important topics, which involves one of the most important systems in our body. Our gut is our second brain, as the saying goes. So our gut, I did that last month, medical minutes. I went elaborate into how our gut is so important, but let me just touch a bit on that. So a healthy colon is the secret to living a healthy life, because when we say gut, of course, the stomach, esophagus, the upper part is important, but we sort of mainly as talking about the colon. As you see, the colon, can you see my arrow?
No.
No, okay.
I'm controlling.
So, yeah, so the colon, the first picture is that big, you see, like a whole tent. It's where after you eat, the stomach digests, absorbs nutrients, and then the waste products go along this, and then finally goes down through the rectum as your bowel movements. So when there's a lot of built up, also along that, there are little fibers and a lot of blood supply that absorbs nutrients. So if imagine like a pipe, you have had it, a clogged pipe, your drainage sink, your toilet, a clogged pipe will give you so much sorrow. The same, if this passageway is blocked, then your bowel movements will not pass freely. So I will have another topic on constipation, but not only on top of that, the nutrients cannot be absorbed. So a lot of dangers and hazards. So Jen, if you can point to the second slide, like a clogged, yeah. So what we want to do is cleanse. So cleansing, I hear so many, yeah, we do colon cleansing. We go to this lady, with shoots up this and that water. Please do not ever do anything physical. When we say cleanse, do not have the visions of somebody pushing water to cleanse. Number one, that's very dangerous. You should not have anything like that except your usual colonoscopy with a specialist, a gastroenterologist. You can have perforation, infection, all those dangers. And number two, it won't work. Colon cleansing is not just a one-time thing. So that is the beauty of the Unity Cleanse system. Because I mentioned last month too, the parasites, some of the parasites, their half-life is sometimes even 2 weeks. They also hatch eggs. So the eggs take a couple of weeks to hatch up, become worms. Just that one time pushing that water, paying like $200 is not going to work. So the Unity Cleanse system is this one. Okay, this is a 1 month every day. This is a 1 month every day process. Why? Because in that system, we have 3 elements. One is called the Paraway Plus. The other one is the Life Fiber. And then the other one is the aloe vera. As you can see, it's a comprehensive digestive reset. So it targets parasites, cleans the toxins and all that waste. It's a 30-day. You may forget some days because all these 3 have to be every day. It's okay if you forget it. If you imagine this is totally plant-based, totally natural, totally safe. You do not need to stop your vitamins. You do not need to stop your regular prescription medicines. This is just imagine you taking the plants or nuts, everything natural. So you continue your daily life when you are doing the cleanse, and you just miss it one day, that's okay. You can take it another day. You don't need to be doubling up, because let me tell you each one's mechanism. It's not like taking a prescription medication that you forget it and you have to double up next day. Each has its own day system. So if you forget the fiber one day or the Paraway Plus, that's okay. Just move on, and whatever is left, just continue after that. I do that every 3 months. You can do it every 2 months, but not every month, because you just want to give time to your colon to settle down after that. So you can, if you have unhealthy eating habits, you should do it every 2 months. But otherwise, I do it every 3 months, because why? We're always putting junk in our food, no matter how healthy you are. No matter how healthy, unless you eat things from your grandmother's garden, straight from the garden to your table, yes, maybe, but no matter how healthy. The word organic doesn't mean a thing. Organic means they don't put pesticides. But imagine the harvesting, collecting, then packaging, traveling, and the grocery store. So even those fruits and vegetables that you take, no matter even organic, those are the food handlers. Who knows what's in their hands? You don't have control on all these people. Again, restaurants, food. So that's why I do it regularly, because it's always coming into our body, those waste products. So how does this work? phase one, meaning step one, is you need to move, dislodge those waste and parasites, right? So how do you dislodge or move those parasites? Well, the parasites, I know it sounds awful, but they are moving through they have so much movement, those worms, they are moving, they are moving all around. How can you be sweeping them away? So what do we need to do? If you want to control a person, put him to sleep, okay? So we are going to start with killing the parasites or at least knocking them out, right? Then phase two, when they are knocked out and they're like, okay, or killed, they're floating around. This is phase two. We have to sweep it out, okay? So it's like like a big net. You're collecting them, all those sleeping, killed parasites and the waste. You're as if sweeping with a big net. Okay, so I'll go into details. What's phase one, killing, making them sleepy, is the Paraway Plus. Then that big net that I said will be the life fiber. Then we will be sweeping them out gently, will be the aloe vera. Okay, so before I go into details of the Paraway Plus, let me repeat how the system works, okay? So you get this box in the morning. As soon as you wake up, better still if you have a empty stomach. So when I do it, I keep it next to my bed. And our office, you always should have a water next to your bed. As soon as I wake up, I take it. I won't go into details. There's instructions on that. 2 capsules for the first 10 days, then 5 capsules for the next 20 days. So I just want to share, make life simple. Simple makes it smooth and successful. So I always try to start on the first of the month because you have to take 2 for the first 10 days. Okay, so October 1st, then you end October 10th, then 11th, you start 5 capsules. Why empty stomach in the morning? So the whole night, the gut, you haven't eaten, it's empty. The worms are hungry. They're like looking for anything that comes their way. So first thing in the morning, you take the Paraway Plus, it will gobble the capsule, thinking it's food. And this is what's going to knock them out. Okay, so as you see, it targets the parasites and intestinal invaders, includes a blend of herbs, okay, which is used for cleansing. I will go into a few of them. The value of it is immense. I won't go into everything detail. So it's also a natural detox. So this is the first step, the cleanse. Now, just some of it, as I said, okay, I will say the black walnut seed. So the black walnut, and there's like about 15. I'm sure are most of you familiar with the cleanse, or is there anyone who has not done it, or is there anyone who has done it?
Some people may have and some may not have, Dr. Sway.
Okay, so let me tell you the value a little bit. It's not only for the cleanse. Right at the top, you see black walnut seed. Black walnut is not only just a parasite cleanser, supported to help, it is also antifungal and antibacterial because it contains an element called glucose, which has very strong antifungal and antimicrobial. And you've heard of the fungus Candida. It is so common. Candida, is commonly the yeast. It comes from the skin, the environment, overgrowth. So black walnut is very effective to take care of antifungal, antibacterial, which is also candida. And it also has antioxidants, okay? So you know the value of antioxidants. Oxidation is what causes cancer. Antioxidants, there's a whole lot thing about trying to combat the oxidation process. So antioxidant, this and that. The black walnut also is a strong antioxidant. So it supports cellular health. And it helps with the skin health. So that's why last month, Jen was saying one of her dermatologists uses Berry Plus itself, like for the patients. So don't think only gut. It has so much value in its ingredients. Then, of course, pumpkin seed, jades, and then another one that I wanted to touch is the fenugreek. In the middle, as you see, is FENUGREEK. So that also is an anti-inflammatory, okay, and also antioxidant. Then further down, you can read second to the last is the fennel seeds. So the fennel seeds, it supports digestion. Okay, so all of the other ingredients, as I said, will be killing and knocking out the worms, but each itself has other benefits. It supports digestion, so it helps with bloating, gas, and indigestion. And for us women, the fennel seeds helps with menstrual discomfort. Okay, so if you're having, because why? It has mild estrogenic properties. So it helps to regulate your menstrual cycle and menstrual cramps. Again, it's a potent antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. Not only that, it even helps with your lungs. Because if you're having congestion, the fennel seeds, it's like you hear your grandma, oh, congestion, here, take some fennel. So fennel seeds help to break out the mucus when you're having congestion, and it acts as an expectorant, even better than all your over-the-counter cough medicines. Also, as I said, because it has mild estrogenic properties, it helps hormonal balance and blood sugar regulation. So if you take it in the morning, then you are going to be eating your donut, hopefully not. It does help for so this is that. Then, so you wake up, empty stomach, you take the Perrier Plus. Then you go out in the kitchen, prepare about half an hour, 45 minutes. You will take the life fiber. So life fiber, so let me tell you, the Perrier Plus, I'm sorry, because Jen said some have not taken it. The Perrier Plus is little capsules, okay? Oh, sorry. I'm going to start end of this month again, so I got my new one. So it's little capsules, okay? That's the Perrier Plus. Then life fiber is a powder. And Unicity is so scientifically organized, it has its own measuring scoop. So you take one scoop and you can mix it with water, or I mix it together with my collagen powder, my matcha, anything. So you take that. So this life fiber is the one that's going to act like a big net. It's collecting all those toxins the whole day you take it, and it's going to be like in a whole mass to be ready to be taken out. So, of course, because it's soluble, it's fiber, you have to take with adequate water. Now, I want to emphasize, people say, oh yes, I take fiber. Can I just do the Perrier and then just take Metamucil? Okay, fiber is two things. There is a soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. Insoluble fiber is not absorbed into our gut or into our body. Insoluble fiber is just for your bowel movements, all those Metamucil, Citrocal, etc. that people keep raving about, Miralax. So that's it, just for your bowel movements. Soluble fiber gets absorbed into the body, and it is valuable for its medical benefits. Soluble fiber lowers cholesterol, maintains blood sugar levels, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and it has been shown, because it's a strong antioxidant, it lowers the risk of colon cancer, breast cancer. That is the value of life fiber, because don't think it's only for cleansing. So life fibers, you can use it every day. After you finish the cleanse, continue life. I take it every day. I take life fiber every day. I take it together with my the Bone Complete, the magnesium powder. So because of its value, I have no problems with my bowel movements. It's very regular. But the value of life fiber. And so in life fiber, again, I want to touch the psyllium husk. Okay, the psyllium husk in the life fiber has so much benefits. It has, just to mention again, it has dandelion, licorice, clove, and as I said, because it's an absorbed into the body, it has great supportive action for your other internal organs, the liver, kidneys, digestive, antioxidant. Okay, so then the top, the psyllium husk. So the psyllium husk, as you see right at the top, the psyllium husk is a gentle laxative because, if you want to clean it out, but it also helps to lower the total cholesterol, the LDL, the bad cholesterol. So it has an effect on the cholesterol, not only the gut, and so reduce the risk of heart disease. It also helps the blood sugar. As I said, if you were to eat an unhealthy breakfast, at least you can buffer with the life fiber before you take your breakfast. But also, it helps in weight management, okay? Because it expands in your stomach, and then you feel full, and also it also reduces your appetite. So the psyllium husk is very important for all the organs around, okay? Then it also has the ginger root. You know the value of ginger, very good anti-inflammatory. I'm just, picking up all those little bit here and there. And then it also has the garlic. Garlic exactly has a very good anti-inflammatory. And then the slippery elm. So the slippery elm, is also important for those other fungus, okay? Fungus, and also for the bacteria too. So this is just touching on some of the ingredients in this wonderful, how many, like 20. So it's not awful tasty. Why? Because it has this little stevia extract. And also, again, in the middle, if you can see echinacea. I'm sure everybody knows echinacea. It's for your immune system, right? You see echinacea capsules, echinacea this and that for children, my grandchildren. The echinacea comes in those little gels. So that's for your immune system. So pumpkin seed. Pumpkin seed is known. I mix pumpkin seed separately. I buy it all the time with my protein shake. It has values. It can increase your energy. It has some element to help with joint pains and everything. So this is breakfast, okay? then the whole day is doing its job. Again, this is how psyllium works, what I just explained. The colon walls, nutrient absorption. So this is the chemical structure. I explained the value of soluble and insoluble fiber, cholesterol, heart, vascular, and bile acids and fats. So that's why it helps for losing weight. So we should take it every day. I do. Then another thing for life fiber, I just wanted to go back again. Does it help with IBS? You know, IBS means irritable bowel syndrome. It's related to stress. There's no medical organic problem, which of course is so common, life in the United States or life in the whole world anyway. So irritable bowel syndrome can be diarrhea or can be constipation. Does life fiber help with diarrhea? Yes. Why? Diarrhea is because there's so much water going on, then you have those liquid stools going out. So the life fiber soaks up the excess water in the intestines. So you have solid stools. And also because irritable bowel is an imbalance of water absorption, so the life fiber absorbing those extra water balances the fluid levels in the gut. Then the other thing of IBS is constipation. So does it help in that way too? Yes, it is other mechanism because it adds bulk to the stool, okay? So you can eliminate your bowel movements easily. And it's unlike if you have constipation, please do not use laxatives. What is laxative? Laxatives move the intestines, you know. It has peristalsis, artificial movements. Stool softeners are just to make the stool soft. So laxatives are quite dangerous for your gut. Some, you know, being desperate, just having constipation, just reach for the laxatives. So it is gentle, it's non-habit forming, and you can use it daily use. So it supports colon lung health. So these are some of the clinical trials, you know, how it is treated effective for constipation. And it is also, as I mentioned earlier, I'm just showing how it supports blood glucose. These are all those clinical trials, research material that has been done for this soluble fiber effect, okay? And also it can manage for those with both diarrhea or those with constipation. Then the last but not the least, you take the aloe vera at night, okay? So aloe vera, here, again, it's little capsules, as you see the picture. So the aloe vera in cleanse is because we want to slowly wash it away. Remember, parasites are being killed, knocked out. Life fiber collects them as a net the whole day. Now we need to get rid of it in your body. We don't want them hanging in our body. So the aloe vera has this washing away, cleansing away thing. So you know the value of aloe vera. It can be during either during the cleanse cycles, or if you just want to have regular stools, you can continue aloe vera. I do aloe vera and life fiber every day. So in that aloe vera, what contains is they have put in, it's called aloin, not too much, just a little bit. And the aloin is an active compound that helps for bowel movement. So if you're very constipated, although it says 1 capsule at night, imagine this is plant. Can you take 2 or 3 leaves of aloe vera plants? Yes, it doesn't matter. It's not a formula, you take 1 capsule, 2 capsules. But if 1 capsule helps for you to have soft stools, you need to move, that's fine. Otherwise, you can do 2 capsules. My daughter will not go anywhere without the aloe vera. She keeps it in her purse. She said, if I travel, they can lose my suitcase, doesn't matter. I will not land wherever I am without the aloe vera. Okay, so, and also the aloe vera, it has detoxification effects. Okay, so not only for stool benefits, it acts as a detox. Okay, and also it does have nutrients. So when you say detox, what does it mean? It helps to detox, remove waste and toxins. So then if you take it as by itself, you will still have the benefits. After doing 1 month cleanse, please continue life fiber and aloe vera, both. And because of all those other benefits, some say, oh, I move my bowels well. I never had diarrhea. I never have constipation. Neither do I. Why do I take it? Because of all the other health benefits. I want to protect my heart. I don't want to be congested in the lungs. Most of all, I don't want to have inflammation in my body. I don't want to develop cancer. So for all its other benefits, you can continue this. So conclusion, summary, when we say total gut health, because of all these benefits, I feel there's no other more valuable gut health program than this 3-element system, Unity Cleanse.